Pre-Calc 11, Chapter 7.5. We're moving on to solving rational equations. This is a little bit more difficult, but as long as you understand the previous sections, it's only adding one step of difficulty. So there's nothing more than just adding an equal sign to the expressions. And we still want to use the LCD. Then we want to multiply both sides by the lowest common denominator, and that should cancel out the denominator. And then we perform algebra as usual. We'll start off with some easier questions, and then we'll move on to some harder examples. So first thing, the non-permissible values, x equals 3 or negative 2. So we copy down the first one, and we multiply by the other factor, x plus 2, x plus 2. Copy it down, and multiply by the other factor, x minus 3, x minus 3. Now we expand the numerator, 2x plus 4, 5x minus 15. X minus 3, x plus 2, x plus 2, x minus 3. And we're multiplying both sides by x plus 2, x minus 3. That means this will cancel out with this will cancel out with this. And we get 2x plus 4 equals 5x minus 15. I'm going to move all the x's to the right side because that gives me a positive value, 5x minus 2x. Then we move the 15 over to this side, it becomes positive, so we have 19. So x equals 19 over 3. Now, this does not equal one of our non-permissible values, so this is good. Not one of NPVs. And the note here is multiply by LCD and cancel. Okay, let's look at the next example. Our non-permissible value is simply x equals 0. So 1, and this needs to get multiplied by x squared over x squared. Our lowest common denominator is x squared minus 5 over x. This needs to get multiplied by x over x. And this doesn't need to be multiplied by anything. So we'll expand. We have x squared minus 5x all over x squared equals negative 6 x squared. And we're multiplying the whole thing by x squared. So the x squareds cancel out. And we have x squared minus 5x equals negative 6. Move the negative 6 over to the other side, we get x squared minus 5x plus 6 equals 0. And we solve quadratics like we've always done. X minus 3, x minus 2. And we get x equals 2 or x equals 3. Both of these values are good because neither of them are the NPVs. Okay, make sure you check the solutions with the NPVs to see if the solutions are valid. Let's move on to some harder ones. Okay, what makes this one harder is we have polynomials in the numerator. Okay, so the NPVs are x equals negative 2 or negative 3. We have negative 2, negative 3, and this is just negative 2 again. Just copy this out. And copy this out, and this needs to be multiplied by x plus 3 over x plus 3. And put brackets. Okay, we just need to expand the numerator. That's this side. And again, we just have the same denominator. And our lowest common denominator, x plus 2, x plus 3. And again, we're multiplying by x plus 2, x plus 3. And this cancels it out. So we're just left with the numerator. And we're going to move everything to one side. So 2x squared minus x squared is x squared. We have 7x minus 3x, that's 4x, and plus 4. And we factor x plus 2, x plus 2. So x equals negative 2. So this is not a solution. Because it matches NPV. So always check. Okay, here's another one. Our NPVs are x equals 6 or negative 5. Our lowest common denominator, x minus 6, x plus 5. Okay, we copy to x plus 3, use brackets, x minus 6, and we need to multiply this by x plus 5. And we copy again. And this one gets multiplied by x minus 6. And again, we expand to x squared. And we have 3x, and we have 10x, so that's plus 13x. And 3 times 5 is 15. And 3x squared minus 5x minus 18x. That's minus 23x. Minus 5 times minus 6 is 30. And we want to collect like terms. This is bigger than this, so let's move everything to the right-hand side. 3x squared minus 2x squared is x squared. Negative 23x minus 13 is minus 36x. 30 minus 15 is 15. Okay, offhand, I don't see any way of factoring this. Doesn't look rational. And doesn't look rational means it doesn't look like it factors. So x equals, we're going to use the quadratic formula, negative b, that's going to be positive 36, plus or minus square root 36 squared minus 4 times a, that's just 1, times c, that's 15. All over 2a, since it's 1, we just have all over 2. So we have 36 plus or minus square root. Do this on a calculator, you get 1236 all over 2. We can factor out 4 from here. So 36 plus or minus 2 root 309 over 2. So this simplifies into 18 plus or minus square root 309. And this is irrational, so clearly it doesn't match the non-permissible values, so both of these are answers, not NPVs. And that completes this lesson.